Okay, so this is really it. This is the main event, as it were. So I mean, one lesson learned from my last bar was that it was a little bit too whiskey centric, as in all I sold down there was whiskey, no cocktails, no wines, no beer, pretty much nothing else. And while that was great and while that works really well for me, this time around we've added great mixologists, we've added wines that you've already seen, we've added some great craft beers and so forth. However, the main product and the main focus of the bar is very much the whiskeys. This time around I've done it a little bit differently in that, in addition to all of the sort of single barrel or single cask, single malt scotch, all limited edition whiskeys, I've also gone out and selected what I think are the 20 best commercially available or official distillery releases on the market right now. So that way we'll have a little bit of the familiar for the whiskey drinkers and a whole lot of the unfamiliar that is a new learning experience for them, and some really cool whiskeys to try. I've got them here in two different groups. Now basically what we're looking at in the first group is all of the single barrel releases. Now the way that works is essentially an independent bottler. I use Duncan Taylor, I use Cadenheads, and I use the Scottish Liqueur Centre. So all of these companies are independent bottlers. They will go and buy barrels, usually first fill or very young, and then age them. And when they feel they are ready for bottling, they will then put them in the bottle. Now the way these differ from the commercial releases is that they're extremely limited. First of all, I'll give you an example. So this is the whiskey that is in each of my members' lockers when they first open their locker. And this is from a distillery called Royal Lochnagar. Now Royal Lochnagar is a Highland distillery that's in fact owned by, I think it's by Johnny Walker, right? And Royal Lochnagar you'll almost never see bottled as an official distillery release, because all of the capacity of that distillery goes into Blue Label and Black Label. This is one barrel of Royal Lochnagar. The cask number is 356. As you can see, there were only ever 259 bottles drawn from that cask. This is bottle number 53. And because the whiskey is not watered down, nor is it chill filtered, nor is it colored, like all commercial whiskeys are, we have an alcohol volume of 54.6%. So basically what's happened with this whiskey is that it was aged for 19 years between April of 1990 and bottled in July of 2009. And it went directly from the barrel, the bourbon cask or the bourbon barrel in which it was aged, directly into this bottle. No one played with it, no one filtered it, no one watered it down, no one colored it. And that is what a single cask, full cask strength, non-chill filtered release looks like. And the bulk of the portfolio in the bar here is of this nature. Of course, like I mentioned, I did pick my top 20 best of the rest, as it were, the best commercial releases on the market, at least in my personal opinion. And an example is the Ardbeg Supernova. Love it. No age statement whiskey, very young, very exciting. And I'll just give you an example. I can hold two up side by side, all right? So this is from the Ardbeg Distillery on Islay. And this is what is released officially through the distillery. You can find it in most duty-frees around the world. It's a great whiskey. This is also from the Ardbeg Distillery. However, this is a single barrel release. This was distilled in 1994 and bottled at 16 years old. And this cask was owned by Cadenheads, which is Scotland's oldest independent bottler. So there you have, side by side, two examples: commercially available release, still a great whiskey, and a one-off single barrel release bottled by an independent bottler. So now in B28 in the bar, we have at least options for the whiskey drinkers that still form, I would say, about 60%, 70% of our customer base.
Monkey see, monkey like, monkey do. BananaManaTV.